This is English shorthand dictation number 193 and the dictation speed is 140 words per minute. Ready? Start. The Parliament of India is a bicameral legislature. It has Rajya Sabha, which is called the upper house, and the Lok Sabha, which is called the lower house. The Lok Sabha is also known as the House of the People. In the Lok Sabha, both presiding officers, that is the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker, are elected from among its members by a simple majority of members present and voting in the House. As such, no specific qualifications are prescribed for being elected the Speaker. The Constitution only requires that he should be a member of the House. In the Rajya Sabha, the Vice President of India is the ex officio chairman. He is elected by the members of an electoral college consisting of the members of both the Houses of Parliament in accordance with the system of proportional representation by means of a single transferable vote. However, the Deputy Chairman of the Rajya Sabha is elected by the members of the Rajya Sabha from amongst themselves. The office of the Speaker occupies a pivotal position in the Indian parliamentary polity. In India, through the constitution of the land, through the rules of procedure and conduct of business in Lok Sabha, and through the practices and conventions, adequate powers are vested in the office of the Speaker to help him in the smooth conduct of the parliamentary proceedings and for protecting the independence and impartiality of the office. The Constitution of India provides that the Speaker's salary and allowances are to be charged on the Consolidated Fund of India. The Speaker of Lok Sabha has extensive functions to perform in administrative, judicial and regulatory matters falling under his domain. He enjoys vast authority under the Constitution and the rules as well as inherently as the conventional head of the Lok Sabha and as its principal spokesperson. The Speaker represents its collective voice. He is the guardian of the rights and privileges of the House, its committees and members. He is the ultimate arbiter and interpreter of those provisions which relate to the functioning of the House. Under the Constitution, the Speaker enjoys a special position insofar as certain matters pertaining to the relations between the two Houses of Parliament are concerned. If any question arises whether a bill is a money bill or not, the decision of the Speaker of the Lok Sabha thereon shall be final. The Speaker of the Lok Sabha presides over the joint sitting of the two Houses. In legislative matters, both the houses enjoy almost equal powers, except in the case of money bills. The main function of both the houses is to pass laws. Every bill has to be passed by both the houses and assented to by the President before it becomes law. In case of money bills, the Lok Sabha has overriding powers. In the case of bills other than money bills and constitution amendment bills, a disagreement between the two houses may arise when a bill passed by one house is rejected by the other house, or the houses have finally agreed as to the amendments to be made in the bill, or more than 6 months have elapsed from the date of receipt of the bill by the other house without the bill being passed by it. A joint sitting of both houses is convened by the President for this purpose. The joint sitting is presided over by the Speaker of Lok Sabha. The Speaker has a casting vote in the event of a tie. It is customary for the presiding officer to exercise the casting vote in such a manner as to maintain the status quo. The leader of the House is an important parliamentary functionary and exercises direct influence on the course of business. The whole policy of the government, especially insofar as it is expressed in the inner life of the House and in measures dealing with the course of its business, is concentrated in his person. The arrangement of government business is the ultimate responsibility of the leader of the House. He makes proposals for the dates of summoning and prorogation of the House for the approval of the Speaker. he has to draw up the program of official business to be transacted in a session of Parliament. He also fixes inter se priorities for various items of business to ensure smooth passage. The leader of the House normally occupies the first seat in the chamber at the right side of the chair, except in case when he is not the Prime Minister. In the parliamentary form of government, a party has its own internal organization inside Parliament and is served by a number of officials known as the whips, chosen from members of the party itself. The main function of the whips is to keep members of their party within sound of the division bell whenever any important business is under consideration in the House. During sessions, the whips of different parties send to their supporters periodic notices, also sometimes called whips, apprising them when important divisions are expected, telling them the hour when a vote will probably take place, and requesting them to be in attendance at that time. The chief whip of the ruling party in the Lok Sabha is the Minister of Parliamentary Affairs. In the Rajya Sabha, the Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs holds this position. The chief whip is directly responsible to the leader of the House. Prior to the 1977 general elections to the Lok Sabha, except for a brief spell of 1 year from December 1969 to December 1970, there had been no official opposition in the sense the term is used in the parliamentary system of government. In November 1969, for the first time since independence, the Lok Sabha had a recognized opposition party and a leader of the opposition. The leaders of the opposition in the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha are now accorded statutory recognition and given salary and certain other facilities and amenities under the Salary and Allowances of Leaders of Opposition in Parliament Act 1977 as amended from time to time. The leader of the opposition occupies a seat in the front row left to the chair. He also enjoys certain privileges on ceremonial occasions like escorting the speaker-elect to the rostrum and a seat in the front row at the time of the address by the President to members of both the Houses of Parliament. Rule 32 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in Lok Sabha provides that unless the Speaker otherwise directs, the first hour of every sitting of the House shall be available for the asking and answering of questions. Thus, it is taken up from 11 hours to 12 hours in every sitting. Normally, there is no question hour during the first session of the new Lok Sabha and also on the day when the President addresses both the houses assembled together or on the day when general budget is presented in the Lok Sabha and on the sittings held during the extended period of session or on Saturdays, Sundays and holidays. Question is one of the important parliamentary devices available to the members to seek information on a matter of urgent public importance subject to conditions imposed by the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in Lok Sabha and the directions by the Speaker. A member may ask questions for the purpose of obtaining information on a subject matter of public importance within the special cognizance of the minister to whom it is addressed. The maximum number of stalled questions to be placed on the list of questions for oral answers on a particular day is 20, while the maximum number of questions to be placed on the list of unstalled questions is 230. However, the number of unstalled questions may exceed by a maximum of 25 questions pertaining to states under President's rule. A member is permitted to give not more than 10 notices of questions, both stalled and unstalled combined for any day, but not more than 5 admitted questions, both stalled and unstalled combined by one member are placed on the list of questions for any one day. Out of these 5 questions, not more than one question distinguished by the member with asterisk as starred is placed on the list of questions for oral answers. This limit of one question for oral answers does not include any short notice question of the member which may have been admitted for answer on that day.